Just a reminder for you to let your children know that today is a beginning of what is known as Holy Week. It commemorates the Christian belief in the triumphant entry of Jesus to Jerusalem. The crowd laid palm branches in his path. Thursday is leading on Thursday, it led to his arrest. And then on Friday, Good Friday, he was crucified. Uh, Remember, hope is not a plan, but a validation of our faith in the resurrection and our eternal salvation as Christians. So as you move forward this week, please make your children know that Jesus came on that day, this Sunday, to celebrate the Jewish Passover, and was on Thursday of this week was arrested, and on Friday was crucified. So with that, we will now share with you the Sunday morning message from Dr. Howard Thurman. Good Sunday morning and good Sunday moment. This is Randy LaFall from Randy's Rant, wishing you a very precious Sunday day. Today also is the heavenly birthday of my oldest sister, Dorothy LaFall Castile, and I would just ask you to say a prayer for her. This morning's reading comes from, as usual, Dr. Howard Thurman's Meditations of the Heart. And this is lesson number 2 on page 102. And it is Unity is in God. The plaint of the prophet Habakkuk that the law is slacked and justice never goes forth has a familiar ring. The lines have an undertone of self-pity, which is one of the most natural reactions of those subjected to injustice. The orderly process seems to be never the mercy of the disorderly process. Weeds do not have to be cultivated, but vegetables must. Thrown these things in life which make for disintegration seems ever alert, taking advantage of every situation to turn it to their account. The crux of the issue is not merely the fact of wickedness and injustice in life, but the super vitality which they always seem to possess. The evilness of evil seems to be more dynamic and energizing than the goodness of good. When the behavior of the wicked is observed, the intensity of loyalty demanded is indeed striking. There seems to be a general recognition that the stakes are very high, and nothing less than a binding devotion will suffice. There is an efficiency and intelligence about deliberate injustice that yields power even though it may be short-lived. The behavior of the righteous often seems to be weak, indecisive, and uncertain. The righteous seem to find it very difficult to make up their minds and to define their terms. The assumption that there is something about goodness that is so inherently superior to evil that it is not necessary to work at goodness is thoroughly gratuitous. The notion that the ground rules for righteousness and for unrighteousness are the same will not be downed. It is instructive to observe that the same thing that causes strawberries to grow causes poison ivy to grow, and for exactly the same reasons. When the conditions for growth have been met, then growth follows automatically. The fact that the former is a delight and the latter is a disorder is beside the point. But this is not the whole story. If they are both sustained by the same energy and guaranteed by the same vitality, then it follows that here we are faced with a problem that cuts deeper than the conflict between righteousness and unrighteousness. There must be deeper than the area of conflict. The unity in God, back of all outcry against evil, back of all protest, is the assumption that rejects the ultimate character of evil. This assumption is present all throughout the utterances of Habakkuk, the deep confidence that life will not ultimately sustain Evil is a part of the distilled vision of the prophet and the door of hope through which the generations have passed into the city of God. I read you this morning from Dr. Howard Thurman's Meditation of the Heart, Unity in God. The battle between good and evil are always ever present in our world today. So I bid you farewell, a good Sunday moment. I hope you enjoy this particular selection from Dr. Thurman. See you next week.
In this space, may we all find solace, inspiration, and perhaps a touch closer to the light that beckons within. This is Sunday Moments. Join us as we embark on a spiritual exploration, guided by the luminous words of Dr. Howard Thurman and the insightful voice. This podcast aims to be a compass, a guiding light as we navigate the often murky waters of existence. Here we will celebrate the triumphs of the Spirit, delve into the shadows of doubt, and ultimately emerge a little closer to the understanding the grand orchestra of life's purpose. So settle in, dear listener. Let the worries of the week melt away and allow yourself to be enveloped by the transformative power of Dr. Thurman's words, masterfully interpreted